Ladies and gentlemen, what's up and what's going down? How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K18 Drafting Champions. Today, we are going to pick yet another random team, and this time, it's going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. If you don't already know how this works, we are going to be doing a draft, a fantasy draft, and we only have one season to win the NBA championship. One stipulation is wherever we are in the draft, we are going to go down all the way from the 30th pick, and since we're on episode number 3, we're going to be starting at the 28th pick, and it's going to get progressively easier and easier, making it easier, I guess you could say, for us to win a championship. We have gotten so close on multiple occasions. Both times we made the playoffs, both times we had the number 1 seed, or number 2 seed, depending on how you look at it, in the regular season. It's absolutely crazy to think that you can get a really good team from the 30th and 29th pick, a team that is the best regular season team. But honestly, having a superstar is super important. It's something that you need to have. If you don't have a superstar, it's just super hard to win a championship. Guys, in the past few episodes, I've been getting players like Kevin Love, Marc Gasol, Hassan Whiteside, big, strong, bulky players down low, but I think I'm going to try a different strategy this time and go with Gordon Hayward, a small forward that will lead our team offensively. Who knows what he'll do defensively, but we'll definitely have that guy that can just be on the perimeter and play down low a little bit. So now that we have that, I think I want to get a guy that might help him out down low. I don't necessarily know who that might be. Miles Turner is a good option. He is a three-point threat as well from the center position, but let's check out the power forwards real quick. There's a lot of good guys still available. Paul Millsap is one of those guys I think I really do want to try to get, but let's check out the point guards real quick. And honestly, Drew Holiday I think is a good option, so I'm going to go ahead and take him right now. He's a tall defensive point guard, so we're going to have that backcourt really just on lockdown, and that's going to be good for us overall. Now that we have that out of the way, I think I need to go ahead and get me a power forward or a center. And Serge Ibaka is looking good. Derek Favors. There's Zach Randolph as well. I think I'm going to go with Powell. Powell really hurt us last time when we tried taking him, and it didn't work out so well. But maybe, just maybe, it might help us out this time. So we're going to go with Powell. Don't necessarily like how my team is looking, but Powell is not going to be good enough by himself, so we need to get someone that can help him down low athletically. Dirk is not the option in my opinion. He's a great guy, but Dirk might not be the guy for us. He's definitely a scorer, but we need someone that can athletically go around the court, and Kenneth Faried might be the player we need. He's definitely athletic enough, so we're going to go with Kenneth Faried. Not really looking too much into it, just going with what my gut feels in all honesty, and we might be messing things up, we might not, who knows. Now we need a shooting guard. For this pick, right now it's between Jonathan Simmons and Joe Ingles. I want to get Jonathan Simmons because he is athletically gifted, but Joe Ingles, moving him to that shooting guard position sounds really nice, mainly because he can still defend. He's not as athletically gifted as Jonathan Simmons, but his three-point ability might be helped because he will be a lot taller than most shooting guards, so his shot might just be that much more open, even though they are kind of well-rounded players, I would say. I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to take Joe Ingles. Let's go ahead and get the guy. He will be our shooting guard, guys, just to let you guys know, to make that clear. And then, now we need somebody, and honestly, our power forward position could use some help, so I'm going to go ahead and get Thaddeus Young. Hopefully there's going to be a point guard that I can still take in this round, and it looks like George Hill is available, Tony Parker, Patty Mills. Is there anybody else that I should take before I go ahead and get a point guard? I think I have to go ahead and get my point guard now. I'm going to go with George Hill. George Hill seems like a guy that can help us out. He's a tall point guard, defensively minded as well, able to knock down shots. And now it's time to get ourselves a center. And the center I think I'm going to go for is either Kyle O'Quinn or Al Jefferson. And so far I've been going offensive in a lot of my picks and my decisions. So this time I think I'm going to go straight up and get Kyle O'Quinn. He'll help us in the mid-range game from the center position. I don't know how much that will really help us out, but defensively he's arguably one of the better centers, especially when it comes to grabbing rebounds. So I'm going to go ahead and get Kyle O'Quinn. Don't worry about the salary cap, guys. We're not worried about that at all. We only have one season to win a championship and then it's over. We're not trying to make a dynasty or anything like that, so we're not worried too much about cap space. This is how our team is looking like at the moment. Drew Holiday, George Hill, Gordon Hayward, and Joe Ingles is going to be our starting shooting guard, so we need one small forward and one shooting guard to help us out. Kenneth Faried, Thaddeus Young, Pau Gasol, and Kyle O'Quinn. We might even run a 9-man rotation. Who knows? That might be something we could try out. But let's go ahead and get our player now. Look for that shooting guard. Manu Ginobili. Honestly, guys, I might have to go with Manu or Danny Green. Danny Green is honestly a choice that I might have to make right now. I'm going to go ahead and choose Danny Green as the guy that I take. And Manu Ginobili is still available. I think I'll be moving Danny Green to that small forward position and adding Manu Ginobili as a guy that can create for himself as well as a guy that can create for teammates. So there we go. That's going to be our starting 10 players. And now it's really just getting players that might help us out when it comes down to it, such as specialists, so forth, players like that. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the rest of this draft and bring you guys back when there's something to show. This is how the team is looking, guys, at the end of the draft. I'm going to go ahead and look at it by position, showing you the depth chart. Drew Holiday will be our starting point guard, and George Hill will come off the bench. The third string guys don't really matter too much. One thing I do have to do real quick is change Joe Ingles from small forward to shooting guard. He gets a little bit worse, but that's okay. And let's go ahead also and get Danny Green and make him a small forward. So that's pretty much how we're doing in terms of our players. Now let's look at it consistently and clearly. Drew Holiday, George Hill, our point guards. Joe Ingles will be our starting shooting guard, and Manu Ginobili will be our backup shooting guard. We might even use Kyle Korver depending on if Manu Ginobili can step up his game. Gordon Hayward is going to be our starting small forward and our star, followed up by Danny Green as the backup small forward. Kenneth Faried and Thaddeus Young, probably a group that might need a little tweaking in terms of trades and stuff like that, but I think that their differences in styles can really help out our team. Channing Frye is the backup to the backup. Pau Gasol, Kyle O'Quinn, and Emeka Okafor. I might even be using Emeka Okafor when it's all said and done, guys, because of the fact that his defense and his ability to rebound is even greater than that of Kyle O'Quinn. So who knows? Kyle O'Quinn is definitely a more well-rounded player, but defensively, you can't go wrong with Emeka Okafor. If Kyle O'Quinn is not working out, we're definitely going to go ahead and try to get Okafor involved in the game. I'm going to simulate real quickly all the way to January 15, and I'll bring you guys back if anything interesting happens. See you then. At the start of the new year, guys, we are sitting at the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, but if you look at it closely, we are actually doing a lot better than the Nets and the Knicks. They've played 2 more games than us, so we still have a chance to come back and fight in the end to maybe move up to the 2nd seed, even the 1st seed. One team I'm really afraid of is the Toronto Raptors. We cannot beat them no matter what, and we've already faced them 4 times, so yeah, I'm super afraid of that. Big surprise though, we are winning a lot more games than I expected, and that's with a coach that wasn't helping us out in any way, running bad rotations and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to simulate all the way to the trade deadline to see if we can get any more victories as we progress. We got a win on the top seed Boston Celtics, and then we lose to the Bucks, of course. Here's a trade that I'm willing to take, guys. Bradley Beal and Darius Miller were offered by the Hornets for Drew Holiday and Joe Ingles to start with, but I couldn't make that trade knowing that I'd give up a point guard and not get one in return. So what I decided to do was just tinker a little bit and see what they were willing to offer, and they gave a counter offer. Yes, it's unfair. Yes, it's not a really good deal for us in all honesty, but we do get another scorer to help us out, and we get a defender in Ricky Rubio to go along with that point guard position. So I'm going to go ahead and make this trade. It's not good for the long run, but in all honesty, guys, we have one season to win a championship, and I'm going all in. I'm basically acting like the Brooklyn Nets when they traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go ahead and make this deal. Let's go ahead and do it. Charlotte Hornets have agreed to your trade offer, and I'm going to adjust the minutes of the players, and I will simulate the rest of the season. I think that's going to be the only trades we make, so I'll see you then when I'm done with all of this. The season is over, guys, and Russell Westbrook of the Denver Nuggets is the season's MVP for this year. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year for Golden State. Rajon Rondo, Sixth Man of the Year. Andre Drummond for the Pelicans, the Defensive Player of the Year. Chris Dunn, Most Improved, and Coach of the Year goes to Greg Popovich of the Spurs. Let's go ahead and check out what we have here. We don't have anyone in the All-NBA first team. Do we have anyone in All-NBA second? No, we do not. Neither do we have any in the All-NBA third. All-NBA defensive, I don't think we're going to have anybody there. No rookies as well. But those are the guys. Just to let you guys know, we did end up getting the #1 seed in the East. And honestly, the one team I didn't want to face, the Toronto Raptors, that's the team we're facing as the #8 seed. Let's go ahead and check out our team right here. Ricky Rubio, Bradley Beal, Gordon Hayward, Thaddeus Young, Pau Gasol, Kenneth Faried, Manu Ginobili, Kyle O'Quinn, and Danny Green, George Hill to round it all out for our lineup. Let's go ahead and check who they have, because they always seem to beat us. And it's a mixture of Lonzo, Jimmy Butler, and Tobias Harris as their leading men. Can we go ahead and get the monkey off our back and beat this team? Oh my goodness. They're just unbeatable. They really are. This is looking really bad for us, guys. Oh my goodness. We get a victory tonight. That's what I like to see. Can we go ahead and get another one? 2 in a row against the Raptors. We weren't able to beat this team in the regular season, and now we get 3. We're looking like the #1 seed again, and we move on to the second round. Boston, who was our contender for the first seed, falls all the way to #4, and we end up facing them in the second round. I'm going to go ahead and simulate the current round of the playoffs. There we go. And let's go ahead and check out who they have on their team. De'Aaron Fox, Tyreek Evans. Oh my goodness. How do they get such good players? LeBron James, Draymond Green, Alex Len, and Jeremy Lin. That's just crazy. I don't think we're going to beat them. But we do get the first victory. We get the second one. They get 1 game on us. And we get the third game. We could actually beat a LeBron James-led team. Can we do it? We move on to the next round of the playoffs. That's absolutely crazy. We beat LeBron and Draymond Green. Oh my goodness. What is going on in this league? This is another team right here that we weren't able to beat in the regular season. And I could see why. They have Dwight Howard, Terry Rozier, Paul George, and Paul Millsap. That front court is arguably one of the best in the league. And to top it all off, they have Jeff Teague and Terry Rozier. So let's see what we could do against the New York Knicks. Game 1, simulate with Simcast. We get the first game on the Knicks. We get the second game on them. They pick up a game in the third. We get a 3-1 lead on the New York Knicks. San Antonio and the Kings are fighting in the Western Conference. Will we go up against Greg Popovich? Oh my goodness. Are we going up against the Coach of the Year? Let's do it. All right. We are now in the finals. What is going to happen? Let's go ahead and check out their team real quick. They have McCollum, Giannis, Enes Kanter, and Nikola Mirotic. They have the best record in the NBA. They pick up the first game. They pick up the second game. The series is now tied 2-2. I do have to remind you guys that, oh my goodness, Let's go ahead and simulate with Simcast. We pick up 3-2 on the Spurs. Let's go ahead and simulate the game. Guys, I do have to let you guys know that we were able to try to get a trade for Enes Kanter, the Spurs starting center. Decided not to go for it because of the fact that, well, I don't think that Enes Kanter is better than Pau Gasol right now. They were also willing to give up a first-round pick, which we might have been able to use in a trade to get someone better, but I didn't go for it, so that might come back to bite us in the butt. Right now, we are leading 3-2 in the series. If I did cut that out, it's mainly because I was horrible at talking and communicating, so I think I cut it out because I was stuttering and all that, but they are beating us really badly right now. This is just horrible gameplay from us. I have no idea what we're doing. We are down 11 points, but we're trying. We are giving it our all here in the fourth quarter. Let us do it. We fight back to get in the game. 1 minute remaining. 4 seconds left. The game is over. We win our championship. Oh my goodness. We come back in the fourth quarter defensively, stopping the Spurs from scoring above 15 points. And then, to top it all off, we do the impossible by scoring 31 in the fourth quarter to get the victory on the San Antonio Spurs. Come back from roughly 15 points down. Get the victory. We are the champions to win by 1 point. That's the difference in this series. Gordon Hayward is our NBA MVP. He's honestly our team MVP as well for the season, averaging 18.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 8.5 assists, almost 9 to be honest with you guys, and almost 2 steals a game, doing it under 2 turnovers a game. Gordon Hayward, well-deserved trophy for you. I tried to pause it, guys, to get us that championship and the cutscene, but it didn't work out. That's going to do it for this episode. This is the first victory we have in drafting champions, and it feels good. It feels great. We're trying to catch up to our rebuild series. If you guys don't know about that, go ahead and check it out. Just to let you guys know, the rebuild series is going great. We have won 2 championships in 2 episodes. We are 100% for that. We are now around 33.33333% for this series right here. We've only won 1. We're trying to do our best, and every time we're doing really good in making our team and giving a system that works for our players. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me just show you guys real quick our team and, of course, their statistics. Actually, let's go to the playoff stats. This is how it looked like for us. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. We were able to make a trade for Bradley Beal, which is insane. Kenneth Faried ended up staying on the team. Ricky Rubio was added as well. We got rid of Drew Holiday to get these 2 guys that contributed to a championship, and I could not be more happy right now. This is the first victory we have. Look at this. Look at this right here. The guys we added contributed to our team at an enormous rate, more than Drew Holiday could have ever dreamed. Drew Holiday, in all honesty, was not helping out. He was a negative 1.5 per game player in the regular season. But look at this, guys. We are the champions, and I'm just super happy. None of our players went in the negative. Manu almost did. Danny Green almost did. But we are the champions. The Philadelphia 76ers got the Larry O'Brien trophy. Thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate it. See you in the next episode. Adios.